Imagine opening a payment app to send money for something ordinary, rent, groceries, or splitting a bill, and noticing a transaction you don't recognize. Nothing dramatic, no alarms, just a quiet moment of confusion that turns into a question most people don't ask until it's too late. Is my money actually protected the way I think it is? For many adults, payment apps like Cash App have quietly become everyday financial tools. They hold balances, process income, and move money instantly. Yet, most people don't treat them with the same level of care they give their bank accounts. That gap between how powerful these apps are and how casually they're secured is where problems often begin. Today, we're going to talk about how to secure your Cash App like a bank account. Not from a place of fear, but from financial awareness. This is about account security, fraud prevention, and protecting your money in a practical, realistic way. Cash App and similar payment platforms are designed for convenience. They make sending and receiving money fast, simple, and frictionless. But that same convenience has changed how people interact with money. Funds move instantly. Transactions often can't be reversed. And many users store balances without fully realizing they're responsible for protecting that access. At the same time, online scams and account takeovers have become more sophisticated. Not because people are careless, but because modern financial tools rely heavily on trust. Trust in notifications, trust in familiar interfaces, and trust in messages that look official. As more income, savings, and bill payments move into payment apps, securing those accounts has become just as important as securing a checking account at a traditional bank. This matters because when something goes wrong with a payment app, the response window is often shorter. Money can leave quickly, access can change instantly, and recovery depends heavily on how well the account was secured beforehand. One of the most common issues people face with payment apps is unauthorized access. This doesn't always involve advanced technology or dramatic hacking. In many cases, it starts with something simple. An example, someone receives a message that appears to be from customer support, warning them about unusual activity. The message looks professional and urgent. It asks them to confirm their information to secure the account. The link leads to a page that looks almost identical to the real app or website. Once login details are entered, access is quietly transferred to someone else. Another scenario involves account linking. A person connects their Cash App to an email address or phone number that later becomes compromised. Once access to that email or number is lost, the payment app becomes vulnerable too. Sometimes it's even more subtle. A device is shared. A passcode is reused across multiple platforms. A public Wi-Fi network is used to log in. None of these actions feel risky in the moment, but together they create opportunities for unauthorized access. People fall for these situations not because they lack intelligence, but because these systems are built around trust and speed. Payment apps encourage fast action. Notifications are designed to be responded to quickly, and when money is involved, people naturally want to resolve issues immediately. That urgency is what scammers and bad actors rely on. Another issue involves social engineering, situations where someone is persuaded to send money voluntarily under false assumptions. This might involve a fake buyer, a fake seller, or someone pretending to be a known contact with a temporary problem. The transaction itself is authorized, which makes it harder to reverse. From the app's perspective, the user approved the payment. This is why education and prevention matter so much. Payment apps work as instructed. They don't judge intent. They simply process transactions. This is also why securing your account isn't just about passwords. It's about habits, awareness, and treating your digital wallet with the same seriousness as your physical one. If something has already happened, whether it's unauthorized activity or a transaction you don't recognize, the most important thing is to act calmly and quickly. Start by securing access. Change your password immediately. Update the email address and phone number linked to the account if necessary. Enable any available security features you haven't already activated. Next, review recent transactions carefully. Look for anything unfamiliar, even small amounts. Unauthorized activity often starts small to avoid detection. Then, report the issue directly through the app's official support channels. This creates a record and allows the platform to investigate. Be clear, factual, and precise. Avoid assumptions. Stick to what you can verify. If a linked bank account or debit card was involved, contact your bank as well. They may be able to add additional protections or monitor for related activity. While refunds are never guaranteed, early reporting improves the chances of limiting further damage. Finally, document everything. Dates, times, transaction IDs, and screenshots can all be helpful. This isn't about panic, it's about organized financial management. Now, let's talk about how to protect yourself going forward, and how to secure your Cash App the same way you would a bank account. First, enable all available security features. This includes two-factor authentication, login alerts, and device verification. These tools add layers of protection that make unauthorized access far more difficult. Second, use a strong, unique password. Avoid reusing passwords from email, social media, or other financial platforms. If one account is compromised, reused passwords can create a chain reaction. Third, secure the email address and phone number connected to the app. These are often the keys to account recovery. Protect them with their own strong passwords and security settings. Fourth, be intentional about notifications. Read them carefully. Payment apps will not ask for your login details through text messages or emails. When in doubt, open the app directly rather than clicking links. Fifth, limit stored balances when possible. Just as many people don't keep large amounts of cash in their wallet, it can be wise to transfer excess funds to a traditional bank account regularly. Sixth, monitor your account routinely. A quick weekly review of transactions can catch issues early. Financial awareness is one of the strongest forms of fraud prevention. Finally, treat payment apps as financial tools, not casual accessories. The more money and responsibility they hold, the more structure and protection they deserve. To summarize, securing your Cash App isn't about fear or mistrust. It's about recognizing that modern payment apps function much like bank accounts. They store value, they move money, and they require active protection. Account security, fraud prevention, and payment app safety all come down to habits. Strong access controls, thoughtful verification, regular monitoring. These are the same principles that protect traditional financial accounts, and they work just as well here. The goal isn't to avoid technology, it's to use it responsibly. When you treat your digital money with the same care as your physical finances, you reduce risk and increase confidence. If this kind of financial awareness is helpful, consider staying connected for more practical guidance on protecting your money and navigating modern financial tools with clarity and confidence.